All right, good morning. Happy Wednesday, everybody. It's hump day. Got the camel up there hanging out with us this morning. Feels pretty good to have a nice little hump day around us, doesn't it? It's beautiful outside. Have you been outside? It's chilly. Had the jacket on this morning as we took the kids down to the bus stop. Got a little bit of steam out there. Take a look at this view. A live view in downtown Clinton at Anderson County. But a gorgeous sunrise taking shape here this morning. Of course, it is Wednesday, so we have Ed Rupp coming up here in just a moment. Let's talk about temperatures for a moment. Yesterday, I was forecasting 78. We hit 76 degrees yesterday. Didn't pick up any rainfall officially at McGee Tyson Airport or any of the airports yesterday. Didn't have any rainfall yesterday. It turned out to be a gorgeous day. Trough ridge pattern still hangs out with us here at this hour. Ridge down to our southwest. Trough hanging out with us, but this ridge is going to start to build its way back in, and that's going to allow our temperatures to come up. Now, notice the wave of moisture down across the four corners, Colorado, Arizona, New Mexico. That little wave of energy is going to round out the northern fringe of this ridge of high pressure and then dive its way into the central and southern Great Plains. As it does so, throughout the day today, we'll probably see some high-level clouds late in the day. Should provide us with a nice sunset tonight. That's going to throw a little bit more cloud coverage throughout the day on Thursday, and maybe Thursday night and Friday morning, maybe a sprinkle south of Interstate 40 as that wave swings on through. But that really is going to be about the extent of it. So again, we're going to break everything down with your full forecast, talk about your 7-day and the big picture weather pattern, what's in store for the holiday weekend. That's coming up here in just a second. Stand by.
5, 4.
Every time she hits her stride and is ready to chase it again. Every time we hear the bell and know a child is cancer-free. Every time his heart beats stronger and he scores the winning goal. With more than 35 pediatric subspecialties, East Tennessee Children's Hospital is here every time it matters most.
All right, so a beautiful sunrise taking shape. Temperatures are on the cool side, but I wanted to show you a time lapse from yesterday. How about this one? This is from downtown Anderson County, Clinton again, and a gorgeous day it was yesterday. We saw plenty of sunshine, a few high thin clouds during the day, a few jet contrails. Here comes the bubbles in the atmosphere, fair weather cumulus clouds. And if you were with me yesterday, I said we won't have a lot of vertical development with the clouds, just a few cotton balls floating through the sky, and that's all they look like, just some cotton balls. Then the sun starts to go down. We lose those bubbles in the atmosphere, and the atmosphere quiets down, turning out to be, again, another beautiful start to the day. So not too terribly bad. Temperature-wise, by the way, this is the coldest August morning we've had since 2004. We're in the 40s and 50s, so grab the jackets. As I mentioned, you'll need those jackets before you leave the house here this morning. Good morning, Brandon. How are you this morning? Too chilly for me to be on the lake just yet. Yes. Maybe not so much. Good morning, Kathy. I sure hope you have a great day as well. Lisa, good morning. We've got Chris joining us as well. So good morning, crew. You're my crew in the mornings. Love it. Hey, by the way, temperatures this morning are trending a little bit colder in most locations than yesterday morning, and yesterday was on the cool side. So again, if you haven't been outside yet, today we're going to have more sunshine, less fair weather cumulus clouds, maybe a few high thin clouds by the end of the day, as some of that upper level moisture starts to stream on through. Sure, we'll have a few fair weather cumulus clouds, but again, if you were to nitpick the forecast, not nearly as much as yesterday. Forecast high temps, though, are going to be back into the upper 70s to low 80s, so that's trending about 10 degrees below average, and that's going to make for a nice evening. We were sitting on the front patio last night with our neighbors, and there's a nice little cool fall breeze. Even this morning, I told my wife, I said, just makes me feel like camping. And when you wake up from camping and you got a bunch of dew out there, it's chilly, you put on your jackets, you're just kind of hanging out. That's what I feel like it was this morning at the bus stops. Just that good, solid camping feel. I had a cup of coffee in my hand. I was like, ooh, this feels good. All right, let's pick up our timeline Thursday on the big picture. So we've got that little wave coming in out of the Four Corners out of Colorado around the northern side of that ridge. That's that low pressure in the bottom left-hand side of the screen. And the top of your screen, we got a cold front on the way. Now, that cold front's going to come through probably Friday, Saturday time frame. It's a dry cold front. Really not going to do much. So you can see how that first wave kind of throws some clouds our way, maybe a couple of sprinkles south of Interstate 40. Here comes our cold front Friday into Saturday. That's going to dive through, bring us a little uptick in the humidity for just a moment of time, bring us a few clouds, a bit of a breeze, but I think it's going to be on the drier side. Now, with that said, dew points do come up here through the next several days, so we're not going to necessarily dry out behind that cold front, but rain chances will gradually uptick as well because higher dew points will lead to some afternoon showers and thunderstorms, I think, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, and that's really only about a 20% chance across the higher terrain, as you can clearly see from the Weather Prediction Center. Not a huge chance for much rain. I think Monday we get a little surge coming in from the south that will spark off a few more showers. So right now, going to 20% chance of rain on Monday for Labor Day, but may have to bring that up a little bit depending on this next little wave. So we'll see how this looks like, what it looks like in the next couple of days. Low temperature trend, yeah, they're coming up. So it's not. We're going to get rid of the chillier 40s and 50s and climb back into the 50s and 60s. So when you highlight your 7-day forecast in full, again, that next cold front arrives as we get into our Friday, Saturday timeframe. It doesn't really do much to us. Brings us a few clouds, about a 20% chance of some rain showers, afternoon showers, and I think that's going to be about the extent of it. So that's all we've got. Gorgeous sunshine, nice little weather pattern, gradual rise in those temperatures, and I think we're going to be doing just fine. Morning, I sent you a beautiful picture on Facebook on the East Tennessee Weather and Personal. Can't get Android to work, but my broadcast works on Android now. Yay! Android should work now. There we go. Android should work now, by the way, Dawn. So do me a favor. If you didn't get my push alert yesterday, if you have an Android, go to your app store and see if there's an update for the East Tennessee Weather app. Update the phone if there is. A, that will get you the live broadcast at the top of the screen, so that's now fixed. B, hopefully those pictures are being fixed, but I got a message yesterday said they fixed it. So hopefully they did. All right, let's talk about some national holidays for the day today. And of course, birthdays. And perfect timing. Felicia says, don't forget the Monroe Life Balloon Festival this weekend, 10 to 4, Saturday and Sunday at Monroe County Airport, where I do have a camera. And actually, speaking of which, we'll show you what I think that camera's down right now. That camera is down right now. Boo. I don't know why it's down, but it's down. All right, let's talk about those national holidays for the day today. Celebrating birthdays and events. Any birthdays out there, give us a big shout out here this morning. And any events like Felicia. It's National Peach Day. I love peaches. Told you just the other day, I bought a big old bushel of peaches. They were so good. It's National Pots to Cream Day. Pots to Cream. Anybody like pots to cream? I don't think I've ever had pots to cream. And it's National Just Because Day. Why not? Let's see what that says, shall we? On August 27th, National Just Because Day offers up an opportunity just to do stuff. Just because. So feel free to celebrate this day any way you choose. Why? Just because. I think you should. Every day, we all do things that are expected or required, right? Sometimes we even do things because we have to do them. We don't know why, we just have to. Well, on this occasion, that does not apply. This day is a chance to do something without rhyme or reason, just because. There we go, National Just Because Day. Those are your national holidays. Now let's talk about some weather history. In 2013, numerous severe thunderstorms brought large hail along with wind gusts of 60 to 90 miles per hour to parts of the north central, northeast, South Dakota area. Numerous trees were downed along with many structures being damaged. Let's see. In 1988, afternoon thunderstorms produced locally heavy rain in the southwestern U.S. The monsoons in eastern New Mexico produced winds of upwards of 75 miles per hour near White Sands Missile Range, and produced 3 inches of rain in just 2 hours near the town of Belen. In 1987, Washington, D.C. soared to a record high temperature of 100 degrees. In 1970, Elko, Nevada had a huge rain, over 3.5 inches of rain in just 1 hour, establishing a state record. In 1893, the first of 3 great hurricanes that struck South Carolina, drowning more than 1,000 people in a total tidal surge in Charleston. And in 1854, a tornado struck down Louisville around noon on Sunday, August 27th, 1854. It first touched down near 25th Street, southwest of downtown, and lifted into the intersection of 5th and Main Street. Although the tornado was only on the ground for a little over 2 miles, the twister claimed at least 25 lives. Many of those that were killed were in the Third Presbyterian Church. Around 55 people were gathered for Sunday church service. That's your weather history on this date. And August 27th anyways, and now a little history. How about in 1986, Nolan Ryan, while with the Houston Astros, earned his 250th career win against the Chicago Cubs. Cool. In 1984, U.S. President Ronald Reagan announced the first citizen to go into space would be a teacher. I do remember that. That teacher was eventually chosen to be Krista McAuliffe. She died in the Challenger disaster on January 28th, 1986, just 2 years later. In 1962, Mariner 2 was launched by the United States. In December of the same year, the spacecraft flew around Venus. In 1945, the American troops landed in Japan after the surrender of the Japanese government at the end of World War II. In 1859, the first oil well was successfully drilled in the U.S. by Colonel Edwin L. Drake near Titusville, Pennsylvania. Titusville, Pennsylvania. And in 1858, the first cable news dispatch was sent and was published by the New York Sun newspaper. The story was about the peace demands of the England and France being met by China. And we've got some great Witcher's pictures, so don't go away. I glanced at them. Let's see, we got one coming up. This is a good one. Who's this? It's probably sideways. Yep. All right, so this picture is Heidi Cameron. Heidi Cameron, Loki, and I enjoying this beautiful weather tonight from Wildwood. Heidi, that was amazing. Got a great little photo from Joey Exum from Exum Adventures. This is a good one. Joey says on this one, sunset in Sweetwater. And he also captured this, a nice little drone view. Joey, you are killing it with these drone views. Absolutely mind-blowing and amazing. This one right there is from sunrise over Milton Hill Lake. Awesome stuff. Julie also posted one from Whitesburg. Gorgeous sunrise taking shape. Good morning from Julie. A crisp 52 degrees, she says. And Felicia also sharing some butterflies. Didn't show up very well. Well, a little bit anyways. Sharing some butterflies right there. Great pictures, everybody. Great pictures. It feels good. It feels refreshing. It feels amazing outside. Hopefully you have a great day and enjoy the sunshine and the pleasant weather. By the way, it is now 7:44. Checking that time, so hopefully you don't run late. If you're running off to work, the kids off to school, grab your cup of coffee and enjoy the day today. Oh, we almost forgot. I almost forgot. Let's wait for it. Hold on before we wrap up the show. Let's say good morning to Ed. Before we wrap up the show, let's say good morning to Ed, shall we?
Wait for him. Wait for him. Bam! Now we slide all the way downhill to the weekend. The kids can get ready for school, and Debbie can take her shower.
All right, now we can move about our day. We've got Ed Rupp. Debbie can take her shower. The show's wrapping up. We've got pictures and events and history and your forecast. What else could you want? It's called Wake Up with Witcher. We have a lot of fun. Well, we try to anyway, when you're by yourself. There we go. There's Ed Rupp. All right, my friends, have a great day. Be safe, be kind to each other. Life is short. I'll see you back here tomorrow morning, 7:30, and throughout the day on all East Tennessee weather platforms. Make it a great day.